This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
This is it. Time to get saddled up and go bird hunting. The Chiefs start the season against the Ravens, and they got their work cut out. Welcome to RGR Football. This is Dan Harms. I'm Ryan Tracy. This is what we do to get you ready for the Chiefs' next ball game. We're excited. It's been a while. Certainly for me, every now and then I start to get tired, and I'm like, oh, wait, we're going to actually smash some heads and play ball tomorrow. Okay, that works for me, and that's where we're at right now. So we are going to get into it. Check out BetUS. Help our sponsors out. You get 125% back on up to a $2,000 deposit 3 times right now at BetUS. Use our code RGR. It's down there in the description link. Dan, this is going to be a fun one. So just flat off the back, you're in the room. What do you got? Topic number 1, what do they have to accomplish?
This is a big offensive line game. Like, the Chiefs last year could not run the football very effectively. They have new left tackle. You have a brand new guy who won the starting job. Yes, kind of by default at times, but we knew that he won that job pretty early in training camp. And great, hopefully, Wanya Morris is healthy. He can come in if he needs to. But at the end of the day, this is an offensive line. It's time to get back to ground and pound, okay, for a little bit, because you want Isaiah Pacheco to be able to run the football. You want the Chiefs to be able to take the top off. How can you accomplish those things? If the offensive line comes out and sets the tone, you can get those play action passes. You can get the deep shots if teams have to worry about you running the football. But also, it's going to be a nice feeling out process for Jawan Taylor as well as Kingsley. They're going to play against 2 very talented edge rushers in Owe and David Ojabo. Those guys are going to stress the edge. You're going to have Kyle Van Noy in there as well, who has done a very good job sustaining his track throughout his long career. So I'm very interested to see what they do, because this is a game where you should come out and run more power. They have to run more power, because we've seen it be effective, and one of the most effective ways to get Isaiah Pacheco into space. And I do believe, whether it's out of shotgun or under center, this offensive line is built to be able to run power effectively and get them into those play action passes and the deep shots you're really looking for.
I really like that combination, and I'm really interested to see. This is going to be critical. You got to get quickly on the page, under fire from Kingsley Suamataia and Joe Thuney. And yes, they practice together. We know they've gotten some reps, but that's like forged in fire when you were just thrown out there. That's going to have to come. I expect a little bit of communication things at first. First couple of drives could be a little bit iffy, but that, I think, it has to sort itself out. And if they can do that, they'll be able to get on a roll, because it's going, I think, to be a big advantage to be on this Thursday night with everybody watching and get all those butterflies and get everybody tuned up.
For sure.
And for Kingsley, being able to walk out there with Joe next to him, that's an ace in your pocket that I think you got to take advantage of. And it rolls right in to what I think is the most important thing. So number 2. Number 2 is you got to take full advantage of that, and you got to go get it early. It is first strike mentality. We're not playing detente here. We're not waiting to get shot at till you return fire. You are going out there and taking your shots first thing. That includes, for me, emphasizing what Kingsley can do. And if that means you got to roll the pocket away from him, that's perfectly fine. You're going to be able to do that because you understand where you're going. I think the quick game has been very good this preseason. They're going to base it on that. They're going to take their hits, a little 8, a little 12, a little Kels pivot route, and boom, there will be an opportunity to go deep to Xavier Worthy. And that's what's got to happen early. I think that opens the whole ball game up. You'll probably maybe not get it in one shot, but that will set the tone. You can come back. You can run your offense. You can run the ball. You can get to Rashee Rice. You can do all the dirty work. But you got to take that big chunk off the board and get on the scoreboard first. If they can play from a lead, that sets the whole tempo for this entire game. Do you think that sets it up enough? Or is it going to have to be like a whole quarter of just fire, fire, fire?
I think that they're going to want to do the exact same thing they did in the AFC Championship game. Get out early. That's what you want to do against a team that's going to have a very good defense, that's going to now want to run the football. We know that wasn't their plan in that game, really. Apparently, it was to throw the football a ton. But this is the Patrick Mahomes effect. It's week 1, but at the end of the day, you can still get out in front of these teams that have the mindset to run the football and make them second-guess their decision-making process. I don't think they're going to do that, the Baltimore Ravens. I still think they're going to stick to the run because they brought Derrick Henry in for a reason. I think Todd Monken has learned his lesson. But at the end of the day, you can just put that little bit of doubt in the defense's mind if you go ahead and just get that out right away and take that chunk play. We know the Chiefs want to do that and get that out of the way so teams know to watch out for it.
RGR Football is sponsored by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. And this is the deal. Fastest payouts in the industry. And right now you get a 125% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 right this minute. Chiefs are all over BetUS because they're right at the top of the list for both Super Bowl matchups. Whichever you think is the most likely opponent for the Chiefs, you can pick right now, as well as the Super Bowl odds that are the best currently as we speak. Mahomes for the MVP, the conference titles. You can get into all the action if you want to get over to BetUS. That's a 125% deposit match on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000 each. They have live wagering on all major games, the best betting variety in the business, and you can even get 10% back on your losses twice a year. Check it all out at our BetUS link in the description below.
I was about to say, number 3 here is we're going to go on the opposite side of the football to the defense just a little bit, because the Ravens want to run 12 and 22 personnel. Those are their best packages. When you bring in Patrick Ricard, when you bring in Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely, those are their best pass catchers. They can run and throw out of both of those, and that's what they're going to want to do, is keep the defense in your base and try to get those matchups problems. The difference is that the Chiefs probably want to play out of base. They probably don't want to play out of nickel as much or dime, with having 2 of the corners that are probably going to be injured out there a little bit, trying to get their legs under them. So they might want to play more in base. So this matchup of 12 versus and 22 personnel, where they want to run the ball, do the quarterback read option, but also take those chunks down the field, down the seams against this defense with the linebacker situation. I do think you have to watch out for Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews up the seam. Both of your linebackers, whether it's Chenal or Drew Tranquil, need to be mindful of those guys getting into the second level or those intermediate spots. But this chess match between Steve Spagnuolo and Todd Monken in those base offensive defensive personnels is going to be what decides this game in my mind. What do you think?
You know, especially with the Chiefs being so young, it is about the chess pieces moved around the boards as your coordinators set them up for it. And obviously we know Andy's Andy and Mahomes is going to do his thing. So the offense feels like it's a little bit more set, but the defense, in really understanding how far they can go, is what Steve has to do. There's also the linebacker level that I think is going to get attacked that you have to guard against as well. And that, to me, really makes it that you have to use all of your tricks, and you have to be able to disguise what you're doing in order to get your jobs done. To get that job done, it has to be a full Steve Spagnuolo plan. This is not like, hey, we're going to dip and dabble and give you a little bit, and hey, here's a looky-loo over here. No, it's like full on. You don't know what the hell we're doing or where we're lining up or who's coming after you. The biggest chess piece to me, and I hope that you see it the same way I do, is Jaden Hicks. I know he's a rookie, but you have to use him, because I don't think you want to spy again with Nick Bolton. I think the lighter Lamar will be able to take advantage of Nick if he's left to just kind of hang out and wait, right? Trent can do it, but I don't think it's not like having Willie that can accelerate towards Lamar. So I think you got to go lighter, and you got to put it on Hicks. And it sucks to base that on a rookie, but I think he can handle it. And I think Steve thinks he can handle it. He's a kid that I'm ready to say, you're one of the 3. They're going to play all kinds of safety combinations, whether it's Chamari and Reed and Cook and back and forth and back and forth. But I think it comes down to Hicks and being able to describe and disguise. Not only do you get to spy, but now that they think you're spying, we're going to send you, and you're going to hit that B gap, and you're going to come off the edge, and we're going to throw you everywhere all the time. And then they're going to come in with McDuffie. So for me, it's that everywhere, all the time, every day, every second of the moment that you're in. What else can they do?
Not much. You want the offense to think, where's Jaden Hicks? That's what you want. Lamar to be looking around. Where is that guy? Because I need to know where he is, because he could be blitzing. He could be QB spying. And that's what we kind of talked about in the Monday Q&A is you don't have to make it super complicated for Jaden Hicks. You can just say, hey, Lamar Jackson's your responsibility. You can just take care of this piece. We'll take care of everything else. You worry about him. He's shown to be a short tackler in space. It's a little bit different with Lamar Jackson, so just remember that. I think he'll just have that in his mind to be able to do that. But when he comes downhill, he's looking to lay a hit at the same time. We know that the Chiefs already used him in some blitzing in some blitzing atmosphere in the preseason. So he has that ability as well. Where is he coming from? All these different things. I think him being able to be utilized in this way, but not put too much on his plate, is a huge part of what they can do, tied with Leo Chenal, because we know Leo is going to be out there moving around, whether he's blitzing, because he's the other part of that chess piece formula for me at the second level, especially in your base defense. He's the guy that you're sending out to be all over the place and do all the crazy stuff, from whether it's blitzing, getting into space, coming off the edge, all the different things that he does. So those two guys in unison make a big part of the chess piece for a Steve Spagnuolo game to happen.
I love that concept too. Here's something shiny. Leo's over here, and then whoop, there you go. There's a lot that can be done there. Those are your 4 keys to this ball game as we see them. We'll see what the Chiefs come up with. They have a wrinkle or two as well, but it's going to come down to executing what you can execute now, especially with there's a lot of rookies on the field. So let us know. What's your game plan? What do you want to see them do? How do you want to see them attack? Is it all Carson all the time? I know what you guys want. Or do you want us to throw jump balls to Wiley? What are you looking for? Leave your comments down below. And if you are listening on the audio side, make sure you get back to the YouTube channel, because that's where it all starts. Dan, I love your plan. Thanks for putting it together.
Yeah, of course, guys. Just make sure to look out for the 24-21 Kansas City Chiefs victory on Thursday night.
Oh, and you're throwing it out there. I love it. I was going to do a separate, but I will take you one step further. I'm going to go 23-20 just to keep it a touch tighter, because I love that concept. Let us know your predictions as well here in the comments. Thanks for being with us. This is a speed round for us because it's a short week. We'll have more for you next week. Make sure you like and sub and hit that bell. Check out Dan on TDN. Check out me on NFL 33. We're ready for it. Hope you are. We'll talk to you next time. Post-game live.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more and subscribe to RGR Football.